Okay, we are back. And to remind everyone of what had happened last time, you had found a tomb with 3 treasure chests, and unfortunately, our good friend Yeldrin turned to dust. And after that, you fought some type of mummy and found a mace that attempted to possess Vormash. So we can continue on from there for now.
All right.
So, where do you wish to go now? Although I believe what you had wished to do before was take a full rest, so you have to determine where you want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you said we were going towards the edge of the dungeon, but not completely out of it.
Oh, so somewhere like over here, or where would you go for that?
Yeah, I don't really know. I
was
feel
thinking
like
past the wall outside, through the tree. Oh, hello. Not go outside.
wasn't there?
Who's holding the staff and who's holding the mace? If I may ask.
Vormash has the mace, and
Vormash has the. Or
I
no.
have the staff.
Avdol, okay.
Yeah. And I have all the possessions of our late friend.
And can I go ahead and do some sort of a knowledge check on both the staff and the mace?
You could, but
Now that we're doing a long rest, wouldn't we know the properties of the
No,
items?
I mean more
you would
of,
know
like,
that.
to see what their relevance is to this place.
I mean, these appear to be related to the Olmuin gods of legend.
Well, regardless of where you decide to rest, you'll hear a voice calling out to anyone inside the tomb from the entrance.
All right, and I'll
That's your
poke
cue.
my head around the corner.
I turn to the bear and I go, that seems like a really odd question to ask.
I'm not a bear. I'm just big.
Oh, you're just big.
Oh, right. You
There
had
you go.
shifted back.
Yeah.
My apologies.
Cool.
I don't see anyone out there. At least not from here.
Friend or foe?
Friend or... Let's go with friend.
I don't like this one.
He's too trustworthy. What's his
If
angle?
you really are a friend, step here.
That seems
Show
like
yourself. Show yourself, unknown stranger with a voice.
Can
Yeah.
they not see me?
I can make
Oh,
out
is he like
someone
that?
in the
Very-
faded dark.
You're a shape.
You might be 60 feet away, which means they can't see you.
I can
make him out.
vaguely make you out.
Yeah, I could make out a shape.
He steps from the shadows.
And falls into the open pit.
Underneath your feet.
God damn it!
Off to a great start.
He's perfect.
No, this is where you show off your skills. Remember the item you have.
Oh yeah, Ringo jumping go.
What does jump do?
The ring does nothing as you yell at it.
Oh,
This one's crazy. I
your
like
jump
it.
distance is tripled for a minute. What's your jump distance?
Well, my strength is 8.
So if you get a
24 feet.
yeah, 20. Well, that's enough to clear it actually. So
Just barely.
Wow, he jumped good.
Not fly.
What
Jumped.
exactly race is this person?
Looks human?
What manner of person
you're just
are
assuming.
you?
I'm making a guess.
We're in a
Hey,
crypt.
what race are you?
Well, very blunt, aren't we?
That's
Gensai.
my thing. Sorry.
Let's just go with genie person since I'm seeing some blank looks.
Is it Gensai or Genasi?
Pretty
Might
sure
be
it's Genasi.
Do I know Ganassi? Do I know what
They're
diva?
elemental evil.
Roll an Arcana.
Yeah, Ganassi.
And
10, you know that. Okay, with a 10, you would know that there's some type of elemental people, and
he's not making it up.
with yeah. So with 20, you know that they're like elemental race, and then they're one of the 4 elements. I'm not sure what their
Is
actual.
one of them evil?
I mean,
What? No.
there aren't alignments for races anymore. You can be a friggin' lawful good tiefling, I think.
Say that you look at some Aarakocra. What would you do with them?
Is this like a trick question, or are you guys really this dumb?
He has a thing with elementals ever since we met some Aarakocra. Just ignore him.
All right. Assuming I
Don't
met
listen
some
to any of his
Aarakocra,
stories.
I would actually. Can I make a history check?
Go ahead. Word might have spread. Yeah, you've heard the stories.
Insult them by taking their golem god to them.
You don't know that we're the ones responsible for that, so you can't do that.
Wow,
sort
we're
of
actually
backhanded
historical now. That's cool.
comment. Yeah. We're embedded within the history.
Okay, whatever, man. Look, if you don't want to,
He has the book, Avdol's 100 Mistakes.
Just imagine a little picture book, Avdol's 100 mistakes.
All right. Look,
Like instead of Arabian Nights, it's
The
Avdol's
very
mistakes.
clumsy warlock.
Now, to suck his free action, I would probably want to recommend. Hey, you might want to jump again. There's a bunch of traps here. I think still, maybe, probably.
You don't say. I'll cast Misty Step to over
Ooh,
here.
look at that. He burns a 2nd level spell to show off.
Witchcraft.
Oh man! Wow! I can
Wait, hold-
do that too. Oh,
Wait, did you just teleport behind him?
No, I teleported beside
Wasn't
him.
anything
On my
personal.
reaction, I'm going to hit him. Why are you
Alright.
here?
I would think it'd be kind of obvious to study this area.
That's
All
not why
right.
we're here.
Then why are you here?
Do you not?
Something-
The whole
something,
island.
Something fate of the world. Something.
You not
something.
noticed
I
any of the?
smash zombies.
You're not in touch with public events, are you?
Well, I know about some stuff going on, but ultimately, right now, I'm just here to learn about this area since I've heard it, since I've very easily found it, considering.
12 insight to see if he's telling the whole truth.
Are we really doing this? Because if so, do GM rolls instead.
Oh. Well.
Well, whatever
Oh,
your
wait, what?
reasons
I
may
can't.
be.
I don't see the GM roll anymore.
You can just
whatever
type it
reasons
out,
may be,
but
we're
it
all
might have been something
here.
from the previous game. Like I
None of
turned an
us
option on.
are undead.
I'd be smashing you otherwise.
Seems we may have an accordance, and we may have uses for each other. As long as you don't actively try to kill us or get us
Uses.
killed, I think we could be
I
traveling
doubt either of those
companions
things are
through
very
this
likely to
dungeon.
happen. Wait,
You haven't. You certainly don't really know our full story. Then you know my
well,
name.
I did hear
not
that there
my
was
story.
there were 4 of you, but that must have been a mistake.
Yeah.
I remember Yeldred used to jump good.
All right. So what do you bring to this group of ours? What are your skills?
Well, I have a good insight on history and the arcane, along with religion, which would make sense in an area populated with undead. I can also provide some medicine.
That's my skill. I'll kill
All
you.
right, all right.
And then
But
heal
can
him.
you kill things?
Let's go with yes.
How exactly would you do that?
Do I have to spend another spell just to prove that I can kill things?
I mean, you can
No,
just try and
okay.
convince them
Well,
with
no,
words
okay,
like a
hold on.
human
I-
being.
I've got
I'm
a
gonna
good
point to war
question.
match. He's like, he can do
There's-
what you do, but he hits things. Do you
Hold
hit
on.
things?
Hold on. Do you know how to dispel magic?
Yes.
Rather curious. This demon head behind you. It's shrouded by some magical darkness, but none of us has been able to penetrate it.
I'm gonna make an arcana on this thing.
Sure. Give me a second.
We also don't know what it is.
You can
No, it's a face.
tell that there are spells inside. You can't tell what, though.
Can I make a religion?
Nothing to identify what's going on inside, maybe for, like, the relevance.
Alright, I can do that. Ooh, 24.
Well, you definitely know it's a demon face. and it doesn't seem to be any particular type, so it's not like a Babao or a Lamazu. Just like a generic demon head. But nothing of note for identifying it, unfortunately.
I will deposit a script that you may have read on entering this place. Asterak's first warning. There is a line that says, "In darkness it hides." If something is hiding, perhaps it may not want to be found.
Oh,
Shoving a hand in there may be a bad idea.
We don't know
I
if
would
that's
agree
the
with that.
darkness it speaks of. Don't forget that we've also had Where the Mask Will Be Seen and found multitudes of masks. Not all of which are the same masks.
I have a theory about where the masks are be seen. And it has something to do with that room over yonder.
Oh yeah, no, that I'm pretty certain of. It's probably if we wear the mask, we won't be seen by the whites or something worse in that room.
No, when we looked into that room, there was apparently something on the wall, something with eyes.
And
Can
how far
I-
have you said you've gone into this area?
Somewhat.
We have
We've
seen a little bit of it, but the door that we initially came through was now closed.
I see.
Glass seems to be the only way we know of that might give us an
I'm
ability
still
inside.
certain that there's more than one way, and without breaking the glass. We still
There's
haven't
a lot.
Have you guys
through
any-
down
have
here, and
you
I'll
guys walked up
motion
to-
towards the grate.
Also, this is actually kind of pertinent. Do Genasi have dark vision?
Yeah.
How far? Is it 60?
60, I think, is the standard.
It seems to be, yeah. So everyone has the dark vision.
I'll grab part of this grate and give it a tug.
I'll help.
What's everyone's combined strength?
Is that
Storm?
the staff?
Just add them up.
Mine's
6.
17. Oh, you mean strength
Oh.
rolls or?
Strength, just score.
Oh, strength,
Yeah,
8.
17.
Okay. So you two together just barely lift up the grate.
Oh, can I help? I have.
I
14.
mean,
It
you
already
just
happened.
you needed a 24 or more, which is
Yeah,
literally
no, we
3
easily
people
got
with
that.
minimum strengths.
Can I see past the grate? Can I see like where it ends?
We were already able to see through it when it was down.
Yes, so it's
attached.
it's a very slowly running muddy river, so you can jump in if you want. It's about 5
Right
feet
before
down.
we go in, I have a question for the Magic Man.
Yeah.
Can
Are
you
you
tell
a
me
dick?
what this mace is?
We should know already.
I'm
Yeah.
assuming you full rested at some
We
point.
did,
between
yeah.
me
We did,
showing
Okay,
up
I
and.
forgot that full
But
rest.
after an hour into your short rest, you hear a slamming coming from the entrance, as a rumbling, and then like a.
Wait, short or full?
You did a full rest, but
matter.
after an hour into it,
Okay.
you essentially hear the 2 slabs that you opened to get into here close.
Ooh.
And also, now that you've short rested, is a mace of terror.
Okay, I'll look
Does
at
it? I'm assuming it inflicts fear on things that you hit.
It has 3 charges when you use an action to release a wave of terror, and it's a 30-foot radius extending from you. DC 15 Wisdom save or become frightened. Oh, each creature of your choice. So I guess you pick everything.
Oh, nice. So there's friendly fire is
Yes.
optional. Is there a limit to the creatures?
Notice everything within 30 feet. Frightened for 1
Oh.
minute. It must spend its turns moving away from you as fast as it can. It can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. It also can't take reactions. It can only use dash to try and escape.
Right, like that monkey thing.
Yes, and it regains 1d3 charges daily at dawn.
Bad. And then otherwise, is it just a regular mace? or-
D6 mace. No
Six
bonuses. It is considered
Okay.
magical, though.
plus one?
No.
No.
Oh, just okay. Just a magical mace. Got it.
Yes. It isn't Pathfinder. Magical
doesn't-
items can just have magical effects.
Well, I'm gonna hop down to this great muddy thing.
I'll hop down
Sure.
with him.
So,
Okay. What do I see?
unfortunately, the site's kind of wonky here. So you just kind of. Do you want to go south or north from inside here?
Let's go.
Are we talking
south.
about like right like this?
Yes. So like just
Okay.
straight up or down from where you are.
Yeah, let's go south.
Yeah, go south.
Hey, I do that. Cheating
Sorry.
piece of.
Alright,
Okay.
I guess
but-
we'll go south.
As you proceed down there, you see something kind of right in front of you, hanging on the edge of the tunnel.
You want me to go south, or you?
Yeah.
Well, Abdal already went south, so we can see it. Hanging on a key ring, nailed into the wall, is a key, skeleton head as a decoration.
The decoration. Is there anything interesting about the skeleton head? Does it decorate? Is
Do
it
I detect
decorative?
magic on the skeleton head?
It's, well, think of it like instead of a regular key head, it's a skeleton, like a skull.
Oh, okay, so it's just a key with
It's a skull key.
skull-fashioned head.
Ah, I see. It's
All right.
skull-sized, I guess.
Oh,
No, it's like a decorative. I might have a
Okay.
picture.
Do
One
I
second.
detect magic on the key?
Oh. It
Oh.
is. Oh, I'm sorry, I misread it. It is literally a floating skull.
Yeah,
Oh.
cool.
also, I
There aren't
jumped
any
down.
jewels in this skull, is there?
I jumped down, by the way.
I guess I'm following behind.
Welcome to the team. We didn't even ask your name.
Zyga.
Still haven't asked your name. We may never know.
So if
I
I'm
just told you,
understanding
Zyga.
correctly, it is a skull with a key protruding from it, and it's floating
It's
around
floating.
lazily.
Huh.
This is very hard to understand. And it's going to turn and see you, and we're going into initiatives.
Okay.
Can we get moved over to the other screen, please?
Well,
Are you...
A
he just
that's a
moved
little
south.
crowded.
It's not a new screen.
Oh, it's on this. Okay. Ah,
It's
there.
also a little crowded. Like, you guys are still behind us, right?
Yeah, I'd be behind Warmash.
All right, so I'll do that.
Can we get the
Then
turn
go
order
back.
bar, please?
Here.
Ah, yes, one
bump
second.
yourself up. There you go.
Like it's a 21.
I clicked on myself.
Wait, hold on. Your initiative is a +6?
Yep.
Okay, you go way before me.
It apparently has its own icon.
Oh, cool.
Show everyone what it is. I'm gonna. put
Oh,
it
it's gone from
out.
the turn order, by the way. So
Yeah, because I trying to show it in a place where you guys can see it. There.
Literally called skeleton key.
Yes. Okay, well, it's gonna go first, and it's going to disengage and start running down this hallway.
Yeah, I thought it would.
Okay, next up is gonna be Vormesh.
Let's see. Can I declare a dash after I take my movement, or do I have to declare a dash before moving?
Good question. I think you can use your movement and then dash.
So there's 20 feet, and I don't see it any. Oh, there it is. So can I get a look at it? The thing that ran away.
You,
I didn't.
it was the token. We didn't get like a little thing. We didn't get a handout.
All it is just a floating skull with a key in it.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna go hard. I'm gonna Misty Step for a bonus. Zip up to here. Or actually, I can't see that spot. So yeah, here.
All right.
And then it's just a floating skull with a key in it.
Yes.
I'm going to attempt to grab the key.
Roll a grapple. It's still stuck in the skull.
All right. Which is just a strength.
Good question. I believe so.
19.
I know they simplified this. I just need to figure out how it goes. Okay. Use attack action, make special attack grapple. You can replace one of them. No more than one size larger within your reach, using at least one free hand. Strength athletics versus strength athletics or dex acrobatics, they choose.
Okay. So they choose both checks or just one of
They
them?
choose what to try and escape with.
Okay. So I'm going to roll sorry.
You
athletics or
always do
acrobatics?
athletics. It gets
I
to
always do
choose.
athletics. Okay. All right.
Can you keep his 17?
Yeah. Well, actually, funnily enough, my athletics is +2, so the roll's 19 regardless.
Okay. All right, you've grabbed it.
All right. Can I attempt to wrench the key out of it?
It's... I don't think you're understanding this. Its skull is literally shaped to be a key.
Oh,
Like, there's a
okay.
key
I thought it was like
protruding
there
from
was a-
it.
Okay. Okay. Oh, the teeth part is protruding out of it.
Like, it's
Oh,
just
I-
a skull, and there's a piece of bone shaped out like a horn, except it's a key.
Okay, got it. All right. So in that case, I've grabbed onto it.
Yes. Now you go, your
and
move.
that- Yeah, that was everything. So that's my turn.
All right.
At least I call back. Hey, I got it.
That seems to be a creature, right?
It
Yes.
is. I mean, I could grab it, so it's something alive. It's probably wiggling around my hand or something.
Yes.
All right. I'll try to cast Toll the Dead on it.
Okay.
So it needs to make a Wisdom save.
I'm trying to kill it, are we?
1.
So 12 damage to it.
Okay. It seems incredibly hurt. Halstad, go ahead.
Okay, well, I can't see, so I'm gonna go there. Ah, there you are.
So I
Somebody
got
tried
this.
speaking to this thing. Oi, skull. Can you speak?
Does not say anything.
Okay. I'm going to Earthbind it. It has to make a strength save.
It's currently being held by something. I don't know if that matters.
Yeah, I'm just
But
grabbing
if it fails its strength save, all it does is it loses its fly speed.
Okay.
Fails.
Yep.
Now it can't fly.
Alright, Avdol, go ahead.
So now what?
To here, do I see this weird way the water is?
Assume
You
that's
notice
butter.
some, like, a haze in the air.
Can I
Ooh.
do some kind of knowledge to detect that haze?
I mean, you see the haze.
Right.
You can do an
but-
int check to try, or int or
Or Mash is
survival.
in it.
Survival? Okay, let's see. Oh, if I can do int or survival, I think I'll just do int. 20!
It's also a save, but
Oh,
it,
well,
it has
I
a
don't
kind
have
of
any- I
a
don't have
rotten
proficient
stench, and you can
intelligence
tell it's
save.
some form of gas.
Hmm.
With a nat 20, I just know it's gas, like
Gas.
flammable
Yes.
gas, or...
You can't tell.
Okay.
You also know it seems to be coming from a natural source. So, like, even if
Yeah.
you clear it out, it'll come back
Natural
eventually.
gas.
All right. Since I'm closer in, can I? Am I able to? Actually, it's not my turn. I'll
Yeah.
No, it's
around for
its
that.
turn. And so,
So I'm still holding it, but it can't fly.
no, it can't, however. See how this goes. You've got a good perception, right, Vormesh?
Let's see, decent-ish.
What's your passive perception?
10.
10? I think that's enough. Some of its teeth are tipped in some type of metal.
Hmm.
Oh.
Okay, it rolled higher than a 10. It
I'm
smashes them together and a spark goes off.
Oh!
Oh,
no.
And the gas ignites. Everyone rolls me a dex save.
Everyone?
Yes.
Oh, and no,
Everybody.
it's close to me. Shit. Oh no.
Ooh.
Waiting on the new person.
Hmm.
Actually, I'm
Got
gonna.
it.
Wait, how do you have
11.
6 initiative?
Actually,
and
yeah.
2
What I'll
dex?
do is instead here
You might
on
get
top of
into
that, I'll
dex
give
or
myself
something.
as a reaction a +4 to that, so it's a 15.
Okay.
I'm
that a
actually
spell,
going
or-
to take
It's
inspiration on this save.
it's arcane deflection. So if I fail a
Oh.
throw, I can as a reaction
God, I
give
hate
myself a
this.
+4 on saving throws or +2 on AC.
Okay, so if you fail. So I would have told you, would have failed with that. And so it sounds like Vormesh is the only one who actually fails, because the 4 will bring you up. 9 fire damage, guys. However, the skull is going to shatter.
Does the key part of it at least remain, or is that broken too?
Can't find it.
Can I find it?
But that means the
Only an
gas is dissipated
investigation.
for now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Not sure how long
So
it'll take
combat
to come
is
back.
over.
Yes.
5 damage for save.
Yes. 4.
Okay, so that was a lot scarier than I expected. I regret wasting. Oh shoot, that's not right.
Does this normally happen with you people?
This is nothing.
Let's see. That's minus
It's about
9,
the time that we
that's
killed an entire goblin
66.
village.
Let's
You-
not. Why?
you what?
Probably shouldn't. Anyway.
That's actually probably in your book.
Investigation. 16.
What?
Haven't seen it yet.
There it is.
Okay, with that you can find the upper half of the skull with the key. Gotten one of them.
All right.
Yay,
And
we
is
have
the-
one of
and
those.
Is this gas cleared out, or?
Yes,
For
it
now,
has.
it'll replenish. I'm guessing.
I'm
within-
noticing there's something here. Can you see?
Yeah.
It's
up
a stairwell.
or down? Stairwell.
I'm going to guess it leads up to the room. So I'm gonna put on the mask that we got from one of the whites.
We only have one of
and
those, so that's
I'm
your only
gonna
one.
try and feel around. Is there a door, or is it just?
Roll a perception.
Gotcha. Da-da-da. No, I'm not inspired for that. Someone else look for it, but don't open it. Just
You've-
show it to me.
You've put the
The
mask
last
on
thing we want is
upside
white to
down,
hang you.
and you're not sure why you're blind.
Alright, I'll take a look.
Just point it out. Don't open it.
13.
13 is not good enough. You're not able to find the mechanism to open it.
I ain't got nothing.
All right. Let's
Alright.
go.
Oh
No.
my god.
Prove your worth, Zyga.
Yeah. But don't open the door.
9.
No.
Oh my god.
Nah, you're not able to find the mechanism.
Oh, well,
Although I'll give you
Oh.
advantage because it's pretty obvious there's supposed
Yeah.
to be a secret door.
Mhm.
Oh,
Go and
for
roll one
everyone
more
or just
time,
for
everyone.
Well, just get a second roll.
No, I get worse.
Oh my god.
Try as you might.
Hold on. We still got.
Yes.
We still have Will, maybe.
The
Hey.
one
Okay.
that matters
That's
pulls
more
through in the end.
Alstead pulls through. Okay, so
You'll point
Have
it
it.
out
Also
where it
forgot about
is.
Lucky Stone.
now that we know where the
But remember, that's
mechanism
only
is,
on
I'm-
saves and
Yeah, but that would make it a 16 as well.
okay, but
with the mask that we got from the white on, I'm
mhm.
gonna go ahead and open the door.
Where is everyone else going to be?
I would
I'm gonna
advise
stand back
everyone
a
to
bit.
get out of sight of anything through the
yeah,
door.
I'm here.
Okay.
Okay. Well, when you open it, you do see a white in front of you, but it still seems stock still.
I'm gonna
So it
try
has
and
not
just
reacted.
touch it.
Do
I
so.
hope.
It doesn't react.
Okay, I'm gonna
Seems
try
to be a
and.
mummy.
Am I able to just slide past it?
Yep.
All right.
Sitting in a chair.
Okay. So what's this here?
That is the wall or the bronze mirror with the eyes inlaid that are looking around the room.
What happens when I remove her? No.
Gotta take off the mask.
No, not my mask. I was
Oh.
tempted to take off one of the white's masks. Okay,
You're
so
up there, dude.
yeah, looking at the sarcophagus, what do I? Is it just like a normal sarcophagus? What?
Yep, it's sarcophagus with a lid.
Does it look openable? Like compared to the other?
You haven't
sarcophagi
tried.
we've
Like,
seen?
it's just a sarcophagus.
Any markings on it?
No, no markings. It's just a sarcophagus.
All right. I'll go ahead and try to open it.
Athletics.
Nope. 17.
You're able to push off the top.
All right. What's inside?
Inside, there is the bones. There are bones lying inside in a dusty pile. And on top of the pile is a ring.
I'm guessing I detect magic on the ring.
Magical.
I'll go ahead and pick up the ring.
You touch the ring, the dust swirls into the shape of a small, feral, bear-like creature that billows towards you with a ghostly roar. Give me a charisma.
Charisma. Okay. Charisma save or just
Yes, save.
Okay.
Gonna try to seduce the bear.
14.
14, okay. Second as I pull up. things. Okay. You feel something come over you.
He did try to seduce the bear.
Ha!
And you feel faint for a bit, and when you kind of pick up the pieces of your psyche, you feel kind of something residing in the back of your head.
Okay.
So this is... Oh, okay. You hear a voice in your head saying... pretty much telling you that you need to keep yourself safe. Do whatever you can to not die again.
I knew that already.
But you also kind of feel slightly empowered.
Okay.
And you inherit the flaw, you are risk-averse and a slave to routine, but you can also attune to an additional magical item.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Be something like that ring. Whatever it could be.
Wait a minute. Did that magical item just make...
You don't know anything that happened in the room. You're not in here.
Yep,
Room
you just
where it
saw a ghostly bear roar at him. He kind of shook his head a bit, and now he's back to normal.
Mhm.
Can I show this
Well, I'm
to
not
just
even
one
sure if they
person?
saw that because they peeked their heads. The white.
That's true. They haven't heard anything.
Is he dead yet?
All right.
I wish he
so
was.
Here you go.
I'm gonna.
There is one thing added to your journal, Jordan.
Okay. Let me see here.
I'm
Ah,
not sure where it would be added in,
yes,
but
it's in chapter 5.
okay. There you go.
Okay, interesting. If I try to think thoughts directed at this thing, is it able to respond?
Yes.
Oh, then I'll ask it about the staff.
I don't know. What did you see on the staff?
A snake.
Second. Snake or a snake being?
I believe it might have been a snake being.
But really what it's asking, was it that horrible Ejin or was it something else?
Ejin was one of the other trickster spirits, right?
Yes, Ejin was the Shigambi, I believe.
Oh god. Do we have a handout for the staff, or what was the description of
No.
the staff again when the spirit came out?
The spirit said you can trust me.
And you also saw something when you touched it, but you resisted it.
Right. I just don't remember if it was.
But let me help.
I'll go back to see what the description was.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. That was that. The other thing was, okay. It was the Wongo. So it was a staff of the adder, but it was something else. The green smoke coiling around you like a serpent.
Yeah.
Say, oh, that's just Moa. He's stuffy, but you can trust him. In fact, you can trust him to say too much.
I see. Well, good to know for now.
Whatever you do, this is a one seat ride I have here. Don't you dare touch anything else. It might
All
hurt
right.
you.
Fair. Tell me about this disc.
I don't know anything about this place. These are just where we were entombed after we were murdered.
I see. Who murdered you?
Some horrible being showed up and killed everyone and made them into undead.
All right. Well, that's it for now, and I'll, walk out, shut the door, and say, found a ring.
And nothing
And
else.
I'll have it on my hand.
Oh, you're
You
actually
wearing
putting
it?
it on.
Yeah.
You will have to attune to it, but I think
That's
once you
fine.
put on something, you can tell what it is. It is a ring of protection.
Oh.
So you also do not want to give up that ring. You inherently.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't have to tell you that since it's a ring of protection, but
So,
what's
did you
the
add
bonus
another
to that?
thing not to do while in that? I should add to the book.
No. I wore the
no,
mask.
everything was
the
fine.
bronze disc didn't see me, and so the whites didn't attack. And so everything went off without a hitch.
I'll give you all 200 experience for finishing that room off
Hmm.
properly
Mm-hmm.
for once.
Even a broken clock, so on and so forth.
Well, I mean, this is the room we had
Are
a
there
second
clocks?
crack
That's true, actually. Maybe I should take off
Anyways.
100 experience.
at.
You want to keep talking?
Question.
You
So, what's the
aristocrats.
bonus that a ring of protection gives?
+1 to AC. You'll have to attune to it, so next short rest.
Gotcha. Next short rest.
And it does take attunement. I don't know how many sockets you have, although you did get the extra one, so you have one no matter
Yeah, I
what.
don't have any magical items. I haven't attuned to the staff, so.
Considering the doors of this place are shut behind us, it might be prudent to follow this south because if I remember correctly, this could lead us out.
It's
Way we're
true.
going.
Another way out would be.
I'm gonna go
interesting.
around this corner.
I'll follow.
Water. Oh, you hear
Yep, same.
the splashing of water up ahead.
Oh, and with the inherited flaw, is that something that I should be keeping track of, or is that something you're gonna just at times tell me that my flaw is preventing me from certain things?
Kind of you should try and play it yourself, but I'll
Gotcha,
say you're
okay.
not allowed
Yeah.
to do that.
I've been pretty risk averse as it is here, so.
Yeah, that's true. Anyways. See something out of the corner of your eye. You can't tell what it is from your angle there.
Vormash, why don't you lead the way?
I see how it is.
You're big and strong. You're supposed to safeguard the weak, aren't you not?
Big, he's strong.
No, I do whatever I want. I'm a paladin.
Those seem kind of
You would
oddly.
think that those two things would contradict each other, but they
But
really
anyways,
don't.
water pours from cracks and seams in the rough walls of this cavern, whose floor is a muddy pool that flushes out into the tunnel beyond. Just above the pool's surface, a large treasure chest dangles from rusty chains embedded in the ceiling.
So there's a chest.
The water, is it
Hanging
clear or
from
mud?
the
I'm assuming the water's muddy.
It's muddy, yes.
Can't quite see it. Okay.
I
Oh shit, my leg's bleeding. 1 second.
oh IRL.
Halstead, your leg!
Piranhas!
I
Zombie piranhas.
So there's a bunch of water, and there's a chest, and that chest is hanging above the water.
Yes,
Or
by
in the
chains from the ceiling, so think of it like a suspended chest.
Yeah, is there a current?
There is not. It's slowly pushing past you. Like, this isn't even difficult terrain.
Okay. But nothing else besides the chest hanging?
Nope. Chest and the water
Vormash.
pouring out from the walls.
You got a key, didn't you?
Yep. I mean, hopefully I'll get. I have an shit. Hell with it. All right, take a step. Take a
Hold
step.
on. Hold
Okay.
on. Hold on.
Hold it up.
I'm gonna try to use shape water to freeze the water underneath the chest. If there's creatures in it, the water won't freeze.
Interesting.
It's only a 5-foot square, so I guess
Okay.
I'll get into position. I see the chest. I will try this square.
See how interesting.
Oh, I could also change its opacity. You want me to just do that? Might just make things easier.
Probably. Because technically the thing's like hovering right above the water, like touching it, so I don't know how that would work.
I'll change
If
the
you
opacity.
if you make it opacity, it's 5 feet deep, so you can see the bottom, and there's nothing underneath it.
Or actually, before I even suggest Vormash open up this, the chest with a key, do I detect magic in the room?
The chest is magical.
What kind?
Second.
Magic.
Evocation.
Is there a? I forget. Can I do Arcana to identify it or
No. You just know it's evocation.
Can you
Right.
give us the basic schools of education? Like basically-
Evocation's kind of like blasty type things.
Okay, so
Conjuring.
you can trap a chest with evocation.
Yes, easily. As you get closer, you see there are words surrounding the lock, which seems to be a skull, a cackling demon skull on the front of the lid.
Can I make out the words?
You have to get next to it.
I would be careful.
Tiny.
I'm going to step here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to step. This is the frozen square, right?
He didn't freeze, he opaqued it.
Okay. And let's go. Bah.
Alright, you get close enough you can read. I devour all but the greatest thieves.
Okay,
He's
so
challenging you.
don't hold up. I don't think the key's gonna work.
Alright. What do you suggest?
Well, we get a really good thief, which I don't think any of us are, unless someone's really good with thieves' tools here.
They don't even have thieves' tools?
Nope.
No, I don't.
If we want to, we can go back and get a set of them.
That
How
would
many?
take a while.
Quick question: how many sources of magic did you feed?
One, the chest is emanating evocation.
The chest itself.
Yeah.
Also, we can just go downstairs. Not a big deal.
You could dispel the chest.
That is a possibility.
Maybe. I mean,
I'll try to dispel the chest.
I'd get back for Mash just in case.
And I'm gonna cast it at 4th level.
Okay. Roll me a check.
Alright.
Dreaded
And
dispel check.
For my it's 10 plus proficiency plus spell level.
And
Or-
plus proficiency plus.
For my
for
my
the-
spell it's D20
You roll
plus...
d20 plus spell stat.
Okay.
So,
So
if you
it's
get, do you get proficiency in it? Sure. I think it's just spell stat. Let's see. DC equals 10 plus spells level. And using your spellcasting ability. Okay, ability check.
Okay, so
Not sure
that
if
would-
you get proficiency with that then. I think you do. If you have int proficiency, you would get.
Yeah, I do. So 15.
That would not do it. So you know it's at least a 6th level spell or higher. That information.
I could try again, but that would be an expensive use of my ability, especially since I've used my only. Is it my only level 4 spell? No, I have 2 level 4 spells per day, I think.
Well, I don't think if okay, it's at least 6 levels, so I'm not sure if maybe we can just not disenchant, dispel it right now. Maybe we should come back to this.
I'm good with
Just judging by the text on the chest, I don't think it's as simple as
turnkey. Get good
turnkey,
shit.
Yeah. The skull keys may serve another purpose though.
Ultimately,
for
it's your
me.
choice.
Can we just pick up the chest?
It's suspended from a ceiling.
Well, it
by
isn't
a chain.
divinity.
Very interesting seeing how you guys stumble through this without a rogue.
That's actually my character in the wings.
But okay, if you guys don't want to challenge the chest, what does it say? I challenge Master Thief to steal me or whatever it
I
was.
devour all but the greatest thieves.
Devour all. It's a mimic.
Get up, get out there. Dun-dun-dun.
I mean, but it's made of wood, right?
Yes?
No.
The greatest
Never
thieves smash
expect
things
the
open.
greatest
Fuck
thief
subtlety.
being a druid. Alright, I can't really do anything with wood.
By the way, I would deeply appreciate if we could go back to every place you've already been. I'd like to study some of the things.
I'm not jumping through any
Ah,
skull
crap.
that's gonna chomp me. We got more to explore here.
I'm backpaged. I'll be in 10
Okay, let
seconds.
me rephrase that. Anywhere that you think is safe.
No, there isn't anywhere that we think is safe.
You know, I'd say that in any other place that would be exaggeration, but no, there is no place that's really safe in this area.
You
Genuinely.
underestimate this place. There is nowhere safe.
I guess we could try taking a look at the broken shield room.
That's a hallway, or
That-
mash.
that's
It's
true.
literally just a hallway now.
It's a hallway.
Technically, there's the
There's
fountain also, which you haven't
Which
figured out.
hurts you. Or
And
heals
heal
you.
temp hit
And
points, not heal.
Warforged.
Yeah, true. Hurt you or shield you. Okay, well, I guess we'll keep going
There's
north then.
there's still the north end, yeah.
I'm back at the grate. Do you want me to move one north or not?
Yeah, I can just kind of move you guys to the other side, and
Okay,
then
perfect.
guys go.
Look over the bend.
Continue on.
Any changes in this?
Nope,
Like
still just
water?
a river, flowing slowly.
Gonna go over. Okay, this apparently. What is this?
It just passes underneath. You can see through that.
I
I'll
see.
just
Ooh.
Wow.
to the other side.
It's deep, deeper than a box should be.
I've got something heavy. It weighs 10 times as much as a boot. Boots, 5 pair. Oh. I assume there's another underneath section.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Okay, there's one more turn. I'm gonna wait for the party to gather before I round it.
Smart.
Oh no, you went into the wrong room.
Ah,
You see the ghost of a monk wave at you forlornly from that chest before it's sucked further into the dungeon.
Alright, soulmonger stuff.
Yeah, I'm just
As you're
imagining
moving
lights.
further, you feel the water kind of flow in a bit faster. Not enough to sweep you off your feet, but
it
you're starting to
taking
get a
us this way?
flow. Yes.
Okay.
going
I'm also
faster
going
and
to,
faster.
while we're walking, just produce flame.
Get you some light.
You sure you want to produce a flame in a tunnel where we've seen flammable gas?
What's your in score? I guess it'd be wisdom.
He's smart enough to conjure fire, but not exactly wise enough to know when to.
I'll beckon, fellas. There seems to be quite the long stretch before the next turn.
So the tide itself, not tide, but the stream
Current.
has gotten current. Yeah, thank you.
Oh yeah,
It's moving
also
a
as
bit
a,
faster.
I forgot to mention this, as a Genesee, I have resistance to fire.
Oh, well. You need to bring that up when it happens.
Yep.
I mean, I still took the damage. It's
I'm gonna peek
regardless.
this last corner and then test the current.
The further you go, the faster it's moving, and as you get to there, you hear water free falling.
Okay. I'm going
As a-
to say to the party, fellas, I see what looks like it might be another stairway about 15 feet ahead of me.
Mm-hmm.
I can.
Okay, well let's think of the curvature of this river and think if it's led up to somewhere we've already been. Are the stairs going up or down?
These are going up.
I don't know. Oh, okay, they're going up. They're going
Okay.
up.
So we passed the just under the room with the 3 chests. I don't know if that's something I can actually say though.
Yeah, you have enough, like, mapping skills.
Cool. So in that case, I believe that would lead up to the spiders and the girl's skull. So I don't think we need to go that way.
How's the current where I'm standing? Am I?
It's still not enough to
precarious?
sweep you away.
I'll go 5 more feet to get a little more distance.
And you don't really see... I guess you see more around the bend, but...
I can see. I didn't know if this was like a.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get
It
the
seems like
feeling that,
it widens out after another turn. It looks like. Maybe not.
based on how, like, deep this water is, like a few inches, it'll never be enough to sweep you off your feet, but if you blindly turn a corner, it could be dangerous.
you could trip or something.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll beckon them forward and say I think it's still navigable.
All right.
Yeah, this looks like another familiar hallway. Leads up. Now, what are the risks of opening that door and finding it's the same room?
Spiders. There could be more of those spiders.
Opening a door is an action, right?
Yes.
I wouldn't risk it if it does lead back to that room.
I mean, there are swarms of small creatures. This is a current. Could spider climb, I guess.
Yeah, they're spiders. They can climb on walls and stuff.
Or you.
Yeah, or us. Point is it sounds like this leads to a waterfall, and then this leads to a room where we've already been, and all we'd be doing is unnecessarily fighting more swarms. So,
Well, our friend Zega
perhaps.
wants to go explore, right? Want to revisit some old places. Well, let's leave that for later then. I want to see what this free-falling water looks like. I'm gonna head over here. Yeah, indeed, a waterfall. Oh,
My goodness.
But
Waterfall.
fellas-
On the other side.
but fellas, I see a chest.
Oh.
Dun dun.
Dun dun dun. All right. I'm gonna get closer. How far is the drop?
You can't see the bottom.
Ooh.
Your dark vision runs out.
Oh no.
The scope of the adventure ends below.
No, it goes to places. It's further than his dark vision can go.
Interesting.
And the chest across, what does that look like?
It is.
Can I detect magic on
the
it?
underground river plunges down to a dark rocky chasm. Cold air swirls up from below like the breath of some monstrous creature. Through the gloom, you spot an ornate treasure chest resting on a ledge opposite. It's decorated with all sorts of metals and jewelry.
Do we see a lock on the chest?
Do I detect
It does
magic
not.
on the chest?
It is not magical.
Well, I'm gonna hold out a rope, and I'll say, I can use my cape to cross the distance, but it's a one-way trip.
Just because it's not magical doesn't mean it's not trapped.
I can't jump that.
Kind of hard to get a running jump, I'll say that much in this, because the water's flowing underneath you.
And question, when you say it's ornate, are we talking like, is it really gaudy looking, or does it look like it was very nice looking at one point, but has since become kind of tarnished?
It's a bit tarnished. Especially, all the iron you can see on it's kind of rusted.
Okay.
Almost as if it was forgotten. Huh? Oh, I still want to go across, because I'm not gonna let a second chest.
We may not have to
Sure.
go across to get what's in it.
I'm listening.
I need to double check the spell, but we might be able to use an unseen servant.
Carry it across? Depends on how heavy the chest is.
No, but we can have it open it. Depending on, of course,
Oh,
whether or not.
yeah.
I
An
see.
unseen
Use a
servant
mage hand
would
to
probably be
open
able
it.
to, I think. I don't remember the details of the spell.
See.
We could open it the classic way by having Avdol Eldritch blast it.
Nothing says the thing is flying, so
True, but its range is 60 feet, so I could summon it on the other side.
that's
Yeah.
true.
That's what he means.
All right, you want to try to? I mean, one. Not just can you? Okay, if you can get it open, you'd have to tip it because we could see it.
Couldn't it just take
Technically,
the objects
depending on the
outside of it?
duration.
Or it could just pick up the item, I guess.
Yeah, I was about to say the unseen servant could probably pick up the item and then put it back in or whatever.
Why don't you give it a shot?
Alright, so I'm going to cast as a ritual unseen servant onto the.
This is not an area you can ritual cast.
Water,
water
I'm assuming,
flowing.
is
That takes 10 minutes of completely undivided attention. If you try that, you'll start slowly flowing towards the edge.
Now hear me
Can't
out.
take like a.
We
a
tie a rope
stance.
around his waist. And if he tries to fall over, we can pull him up for 10 minutes.
I'm not saying he's gonna fall off. I'm saying the slight movements underneath him is enough
It'll
to
disrupt his
interrupt his.
concentration.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't want to expend that cast, I can still try to Montebank myself across.
I could blast it also.
I don't want to risk losing
I
whatever
could
could be
just
in
look
there.
at it.
Look, I'll take part of a rope with me. You guys hold the other end, and then whenever I get out, I'm going to just jump off the ledge, and then you guys hold the rope so I can get pulled up.
All right.
Actually, you know what? Let me tie it around my waist so I don't fail some sort of stupid athletics check and just fall to my
That's
probable
fine,
death.
Mhm.
Okay.
Not to mention, hold on, before we try this, is the ground steady enough that if Halstead were to fall into
Well,
the
not
pit
till I find
and me
out.
and Vormash needed to pull him up with the rope, would we not be just dragged in by the slipperiness of the ground?
How
I could
heavy
also
is he?
cast Magic Hand, which is a lot less, which isn't a concentrate or a.
Can
what's it
Magic
called?
Hand lift a person?
Using patience, I'm on to banking over.
Okay. Well, I think also Magic Hand wouldn't, or Mage Hand wouldn't work because it has like a very specific weight limit of like 5
Yeah.
pounds.
If it can't open a 10, or like if the chest's top is 10 pounds,
It is metal. But anyway,
Well, also it open an unlocked door or container. So, if you're gonna try and open it,
I'm making sure that my friends have
they have the rope. You're fine.
the rope. Okay, I will lift it open.
Oh,
It seems to resist you somehow.
Hmm.
So whether there's a hidden lock or something, it doesn't want. To
I'm going to perceive the chest now that I'm close to get a better look.
Sure. Take a real close look.
Yeah, let me go and grab my character sheet. Alright. I don't know why I was closed. Oh, because I backed out. Right. Okay, 18.
As you get real up close to it, an eye
me.
opens
Oh!
and it blinks
It
at
is a
you.
mimic! Okay, interesting. So, I'm surprised, I assume, right?
Yes.
Alright.
I think you were surprised even if you weren't.
Crits!
Of course it does.
So that does 9 bludgeoning damage and you are stuck to it.
Alright, let's just put us some initiatives then, yeah?
Yes.
Doo-doo.
It gets a 2.
Okay. Yay.
I'm pretty sure, okay, the only person who could have done worse is Avdol, and he did not. Oh, and Vormash, but, so pretty much it's going to be you guys, then it. So Zyga,
Can
you're
we
up.
roll anything about mimics?
I'll say an Arcana.
Sorry,
I don't think
do the circular
Dungeoneering is a
order
thing
again.
anymore.
I wasn't clicked
23
on my
on Arcana.
character.
They take the form of, things, although they can be placed depending on if you can, like, freeze one. And they definitely, adhere. You're essentially grappled by its adhesive that it generates.
Great.
Ability checks to escape this adhesive have disadvantage, and they can transform into things. Oh, what you also know is it has advantage on anything it rolls to hit on things it has grabbed. So when it tries
Also-
to bite you, it'll have advantage.
Is there a
FYI,
roll to release myself, or
Yes, it's a standard grapple, so
so take
athletics
action.
or acrobatics action, yes.
Okay.
Also, if you want to do the sort, if you want to sort it again, I wasn't clicked on my character.
Okay. Alright, so, Zyga, what are you going to do?
Mind Spike.
Okay. How does work?
Needs to make a wisdom save.
Okay. 9.
Alright, so it takes 3d8. Wow.
Okay,
Full
5
damage.
damage. Sure.
And since it failed to save, I pretty much know what it is. Like it's.
Where it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's right next to Halstad. Avdol, you are up.
All right. Eldritch Blasts.
That would miss.
13?
That one would hit.
For
For
what?
1 damage. Don't worry, they'll get you free in about 8 turns, Halstad.
I'm going to use Primal Savagery and make a claw attack.
Sure.
Is that a save? Nope, melee spell attack. Not
Okay.
affected by the staff on damage, though, but it is.
Mm-hmm.
Dice roller. Wisdom. Okay.
I believe in you, even
for
though everyone
attack.
else doesn't.
25 to scratch it.
We'll absolutely scratch it.
And it does 12 acid.
It seems completely immune.
Of course it is. And I can't take any movement while I'm grappled, right?
No, your movement is considered 0.
That'll end my turn then.
Formash, you're up.
Cool. Get to about here just so I can see the situation and go. Well, I can throw something at it.
You could also probably Misty Step across.
Yeah, but then I have a Misty Step back. That's another second level burn.
Does the ledge actually?
Now you know
is there a
how
way
much
to
your
go
life
around the
is to
ledge?
Vormash
Yeah,
Halstead.
second level spell, Druid Companion. Second level spell.
A second level spell could be anything.
He
Could
could even be a druid companion.
Oh, very well. Misty Step, Vorp.
Are you going there?
Can I actually step there? Does that spot?
That spot's very precarious. It's
Alright,
literally a third of the square's space.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'll move there, Misty Step here, and then move up one.
Roll me a dex save.
What?
Because you teleported to here, even if you moved. Roll me a dex save.
All right.
Okay, you'll keep your footing.
All right, and I walk over here, and then I will hit it
You
twice
sound
with the
so
halberd.
disappointed.
Whoa.
I mean,
think
I
you
don't
can-
want
Oh
to
wait, Misty Step's a bonus. Yeah.
prevent anyone's stupidity from killing them.
23,
23 would hit.
6.
Okay.
I'm assuming it doesn't absorb the full amount of damage, or it does absorb.
It takes
I'm
full damage
16.
as far as you can tell.
All right, 16
Hit.
for 5.
5. Wow, everyone's rolling terribly. All right, well, it's going to ignore everyone hitting it and just kind of chew happily on the druid, getting a 20.
All right.
6 total.
6 acid and 2 acid. Okay. Okay. What else you got,
And
buddy?
back to Zyga.
Okay.
Nicks are actually really not dangerous in this system. Like,
Gonna make a wisdom save for Toll the Dead.
okay. 15.
That fails. For 11 damage.
Great.
And I'm still concentrating on its knowledge, or the knowledge of it. I really am hoping that I'll just like try to jump down into the pit.
If it did that, Halstead would come screaming with it.
Yeah, if Vormash is
Abdal.
here, who's holding the rope?
Good question. It dangles limply at your side.
Ah!
Wait, wait. Everyone wasn't holding the rope.
These two are spell casting.
Well, oh, hey, Vormash, you should go over there.
I mean, it's the heat of battle. You guys didn't think about the rope. Avdal, back to you.
I'm really glad I have this backup character as fleshed out as it is.
I'll do some more.
Hey, what did I say about death seeking?
Well, I was wondering if I like.
Is it death seeking if he's like if everything's going against him?
Yeah, this isn't seeking death. This is just not. Yeah,
That'll
I'm not gonna
hit.
try to kill myself.
12 hits. Okay.
Death seeking would be me going, "Go on
2.
without me, boys," and then jumping into the pit with freaking mimic on it.
That one
Fly,
will
you
miss.
fool.
Jeez.
Halstead,
Not rolling
back to
well.
you.
So didn't like it liked the acid.
It was
have a-
ambivalent to the acid.
I have a
and
question.
Heal. Yes?
Producing flame as an attack is a ranged spell attack. Do I just
You would have disadvantage.
I would have disadvantage. Okay. Take that roll.
Okay. I mean, odds are in your favor to hit. It doesn't have much AC. In fact, you could narrow it down to what exactly
14.
it is. You will hit.
I could probably do that, but that would take mathematics.
Well, look at Jordan's roll. He hit on a 12 and didn't on an 11. Do I have to spell it out?
12 fire.
Okay. That seems to do full.
Hey.
Formash, back to you.
More hit with halberd.
Hit. Finally, someone does a good chunk. That would miss.
Nah, you had to say something.
Chomp,
I mean,
chomp.
I did
23 or 23. Doing
Good.
15
Take your
total.
poison.
Zyga, back to you.
Keep making roll those whiz saves.
20.
All right.
Abdal.
All right, more.
They're gonna
Eldritch
survive to get another turn. This is
16
it.
for 4. I
It
need to get that
seems to
invitation
be
that
on
adds charisma
death's
to these
door.
rolls. And then 17.
That would hit, and
For
that
5.
drops it. Hey, Halstad.
Hmm?
As you're dropped by the mimic unceremoniously, roll me a dex.
Good. Do I get the +3 from Vormash?
Yes.
That's true, yeah. Or it's
I'm
not
going to
technically. Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to inspire myself.
Hmm.
17.
Okay, you manage to scrabble onto the ledge as you nearly fall down into the pit. But you've caught yourself. Congratulations.
These aren't these mimics that have treasure in them after you kill them, are they?
Check. But you will get 112.5 experience each, so while I'm checking, go
Cool.
ahead and fix that.
Alright.
It does not have anything inside. This is not Dark Souls. Cannot get a lightning spear here.
Bummer.
I was hoping for Axe of the Deep +1.
Well, time to restart this campaign and do a new one.
so
Maybe next time.
Do mimics drop? I guess the kill drops random things.
I was mostly just making a Dark Souls joke. People running to get items and then
hunting
not
for
getting
the
what they needed.
for the sign of avarice. Wants the chest helmet. Anyway,
I mean, I don't know why that's a rare drop. You can just put the mimic on your head.
so this rope. Did it perhaps fall into the pit?
It's still tied to you, so part of it's in the pit, but the other side's on
gonna
you.
Something
wind up,
yanks down on it.
I'm gonna wind up the rope and try
Sure.
to throw it.
Roll me a.
Here, can I?
No,
try
you
to-
cannot help.
I'm just imagining him throw rope and it pulls Halstead into the pit.
Okay. Is it?
Are you just throwing the rope? Because honestly, with just the rope, I don't think you could make it 20 feet. But if you like
Alright,
tie
I'll
it to
tie
like a
rock.
yeah,
I
there
cast
you go.
Unseen Servant to grab the rope at his end and then just pull it back on until the other side is where I'm at.
Unseen Servant doesn't have flight.
Not sorry, Mage Hand.
That one, how we get into some weird shit about does the
What's
rope
the
in total
weight?
weigh 10 pounds or more?
The
and-
rope weighs 10 pounds if it's 50 feet. I checked.
Okay, that would work then. That is fine.
Okay.
Okay, now hold on. Before we do anything else, is the ground stable enough that if I attempt to pull Halstead or Vormash from the other side here, I won't slip under my feet and just pull us both down?
I'd say unless you completely fail the check, like absolutely horribly fail it.
Don't know until you try, right?
Yeah. Also, you
Well,
kind of have to deal with, is he going to slam into the wall 50 feet down? Assuming he just jumps across.
So here's a question. Are you telling me you guys didn't bring mountaineers or the spikes used in like climbing and stuff?
did you?
Yes.
And you didn't
Why?
give this to
You're
them?
going to a tomb.
Why?
Because there are mountains in this area as well.
You didn't.
We can fly.
If you've noticed, we have other means most of the time.
That doesn't mean that you should rule out the practical uses.
Doesn't mean I shouldn't kick you down this pit right now, you smartass.
Maybe you should say that when
mean
you're on
that
the
I
other
knew I
side
was
of him and
doing
he's not in
anything.
kicking position.
Are we gonna see a mage fight? Is this mage fight going to determine the
See,
life or death of both
You
me
want to
and
live or not,
Vormash?
Halstead?
Daddy's talking, Halstead. Alright. Am I gonna be able to do this jump?
Grab onto the rope, Zyga.
All right.
This is
going-
all sorts of silly.
I'm going to go to Vormash and go, I cannot make the distance. You'll have to toss me.
About
Tell
fighting
me,
alongside a
elf.
friend.
If you do
Okay,
that, I'll
dude.
give you a running start and his strength score for the jump.
Yes!
Alright, yeah, let's
You'll
go
have
for it.
to Toss the dwarf. Alright, so his strength, right? What's your strength,
Yep.
Warbash?
My strength is 14, so that's +2.
No, it's 14 feet for the jump. That's almost there. I could reach the wall. So I guess I get to here, and then I'll slam into the wall. And now I'm waiting for my friends to help pull the rope.
Alright, so strength check, I'm guessing?
Yep, they're pretty close by.
Alright. 12? And
Okay,
I'm
you'll
guessing-
pull him up.
Yay!
Cool.
Now I'm gonna
Alright.
untie the rope, tie a. Do you still have Mage Hand?
Yeah, I can cast it
Can I
again.
ask you to, get that rope over to Vormash?
Alright.
Alright, now all three of us are gonna hold on to the
Alright,
rope.
Vormash, toss yourself now.
Standing jump.
Alright,
The
standing
distance,
jump,
it's-
and that's just gonna be that's just gonna
Okay,
be good
just
old
barely in
strength.
range.
Is that gonna be good old strength or is that athletics?
You don't have a running start, so you only go like a third of the distance. You're gonna go like here,
Yeah, I'm
and
just
then
gonna fall
slam into the
You're gonna
wall
swing.
and all sorts of
Checks
stuff.
from all three of us, I'm guessing?
Well,
Is that what we
first,
wanna do?
Do you want to
Yeah.
just Misty step back? I mean,
I mean, that's gonna be
Yeah,
probably our
that's
second level,
probably. I'll step back and.
like,
it's
God.
your call. Like, we have
Is
the
with
rope.
Halstead, it was a bit like easier because
Because I was there.
exactly. You were there to toss him.
Like, I'm not sure if this rope's gonna hold, is the thing.
Rope is a risk. Don't forget, I'm probably the only one of the three of us on this side with a decent strength
hey
score.
Jordan, a voice in your head tells you not to do the rope.
You're right. The rope is too risky. Misty, step over.
In fact, you just don't want to be any part of a plan with this.
Ooh. Like, Abdul, grab the rope. Come on, man. What are you doing?
No, okay. I don't trust either of your arm strength. I'm relatively strong myself, but maybe if Vormash was here pulling one of you two alongside the other side, then
May
yes,
I
but no.
remind you who told me to Misty Step?
Hey, I didn't. You don't have to listen.
He
You're
cares
your own
about. It
person.
seems he cares about self-preservation, not party preservation.
And
Look, Vormash is more than capable of his own self-preservation.
Abdul, you're not gonna have a
Alright,
discussion next time we
alright.
take a break.
I'm gonna Misty Step over, and I'm just gonna give Abdul a look.
And I'll just shrug.
Okay. Hooray. Good job, guys.
This is-
Inter-party strife.
You know what's
Actually-
you know what's the funny part is that's exactly how I thought Abdul would act.
Yeah, so there's nothing suspicious.
Selfishly.
Ooh.
Except this time there aren't any goblins
I
for him to
feel-
cover it up.
I feel a cry from a past life.
Do
Hey,
not
no
trust the
metagaming.
dwarf's lies.
I
So
hear
say
it's a
Go.
the
goblin.
spirit of Gramdram.
Okay.
I
Well,
was half-
I know we discussed this doorway, but I'm gonna perceive it anyway.
I was
Ted?
half thinking of making another Goblin Ranger with
Not
a
find it.
fairly similar name.
Ever,
then
of
at the
course, you
end of
have
the
your
campaign,
advantage.
having him stab Abdul in the back.
Would his name be Dram instead of Gramdram?
23.
Okay, you can find it. Man. Open it.
I'm gonna
No,
back away.
I'm just gonna motion and say, if this is the door that Abdul's thinking of, then it will lead to a room with spiders. Are we prepared to fight those if we want?
I don't feel like wasting time with more swarms in a room that we've already pilfered.
You didn't have time to pick up the rope to save your party member. Your opinion is starting to diminish in this group.
Everyone's deaths were their own. I've caused none of them. I
Every-
didn't summon a torrential.
Genuine laughter out of the dwarf. You and I are the only people who remember everyone.
Except Yeldrin. Vormash remembers Yeldrin.
I remember
God rest his soul.
Yeldrin was a good person.
Yeldrin,
Stepped through shadows and
as
didn't
far
afraid
as
of
both of
anything.
you know, Yeldrin jumped into that coffin of his own accord.
Why was he in that chest anyways, Halstead?
You want to know? Why don't you ask him?
I can't.
I'm just gonna
Pile of
cough
ash.
awkwardly at this
Tyga?
point.
Spiders? Maybe? Yes? No?
I think we can
No.
deal with some
Spiders,
spiders.
yeah.
I don't feel like
Okay,
it.
I'll open the door.
Okay, you open the door. This is hilarious to listen to, by the way, guys. I love this. It is the same room.
Man, it's
No
almost like
spiders
role-playing is
immediately emerge
interesting.
to murder you all.
Tyga, this is where we saw a man crawl through a demon head?
Skull head.
Yeah, something.
Almost
and
get bitten.
get crunched.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And what's with the broken glass over there?
I don't know. Ask Abdul about it. I didn't go through.
Broken glass.
Child skull.
Oh, that. Yes, that was a demi-lich. It's a little floating skull, and it
We didn't
attacked us.
identify it as a demi-lich.
Roll a bluff. GM, roll me a bluff.
You mean deception?
Deception, yes. God, Pathfinder,
I
I'm
am
sorry.
inspired.
What part of GM roll do you not understand,
Oh,
you
sorry.
assholes?
I didn't catch the DM.
Also,
roll part.
also his exclamation of "I am inspired" may have
Yeah.
tipped us off. You also didn't GM roll it.
I didn't hear the DM roll part. Is what I'm saying.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
what I mentioned.
I'm wondering why the second time you didn't DM roll it.
Because I didn't hear DM roll at the start. How can I re-roll a DM roll if I didn't catch the DM roll to begin with?
Oh my
Weird.
goodness.
Jeez.
But
I'm gonna
we can.
shut the door.
I'm
behind
gonna
me.
say you're not inspiring because that's a stupid place to use
Fine.
inspiration. Just both of you, if you want, GM roll it to me, and we can go from there, or we can just resolve this like regular human beings and move on with our lives.
Considering there's no way, no purchase either way, I guess we're gonna have to go back to the grate, right?
I don't
Yes.
care enough. I'll just say that it was a floating skull that attacked us.
Is the truth.
Yeah.
I'd omit
Mostly
some
just used
stuff,
Demi-Lich
but
based off of when we were playing that one Pathfinder AP too long ago.
I would never.
so you're metagaming, eh?
I would never trust using
Right.
a Pathfinder bestiary for 5e.
Yeah. No.
Also, considering that
Anyways.
demi-liches are like level 12 or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh no, they were like 17, dude.
Yeah, like they're crazy.
Like
Yeah.
they literally just had a save or die 60-foot range cackle that they could
That's
do over
right.
and over.
Oh well, this is
Okay,
the room where I learned to
so-
cry.
Can we all just get moved back?
Yeah,
to the
I'll
boat,
just
I guess?
take you back to out of the grate.
Thanks.
You never found out how deep the grate was. Can you climb out?
Can we?
It was 5 feet. I guess the drop is 5 feet. The water's only at ankle level, so. I mean, I'm a
Stop.
dwarf.
Stop.
Nothing
All of
was
you.
moving, so I thought.
I'm trying, but you guys keep moving yourselves. Okay, you're all into the place you should be.
All right. So there's the secret hallway stairs that led down. There's also the regular stairs that lead down.
We haven't taken those yet.
No, you haven't.
We've taken neither of them. That's why I'm suggesting.
No, you
which
took
way
the
to
secret
go.
stairs.
Dude,
It
that
led
was
to
the lab.
Withers.
Oh, that's right. That
Yeah.
led to Withers. I'd totally forgotten. My bad. So yeah, I guess let's go
I
down.
say we should descend now.
Mhm.
On the normal stairs. Okay.
I'd lose. Oh no, you stacked on top of each other
The
like
normal stairs.
bongs.
The normal stairs.
You know what? I'm feeling a little woozy. Would somebody else like to lead this one?
Sure, I'll do it this time. Ah!
Heavens, no, Abdal couldn't do that.
No.
Seems pretty preoccupied with his self-preservation.
Okay,
Oh,
are you? Do you
our
guys all
HP
see
carried
the?
over.
I copy pasted you guys, so hopefully I'm gonna delete the turn order now because I know it's not
I
gonna
see
carry
the
over.
other us.
Oh,
Are we
Yeah.
in some sort of time loop now?
I don't see the other S.
Oh,
ignore the limitation behind the curtain.
Yeah.
To the left was your previous foray into this area. I deleted them.
We're able to see really far down that hallway.
There's a
Guess
light source, yes.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna.
What's this over here? I see protruding out of the wall.
It seems to be a plaque. You cannot read it from where you are.
Okay, I'm gonna round this corner to see what's around this hallway.
Yeah, that.
Anything happen? Yeah. What's happening?
Let me check. Oh. The walls and floor of this 15-foot square room are cracked and carved with images of terrified humanoids falling. Set into the middle of the floor is a stone bas-relief of a bearded devil face painted green. Forlorn cries echo from the black void of its gaping maw.
Anything immediately happened to me?
No.
I'm gonna go nope the fuck back out of there.
What was you looking at? And I
See
looked
that?
down the hall, and is
I
that
don't know,
like
that
the
sounds
one at
pretty
the
risk-averse
entrance?
to me.
No, it is not. The bearded devil looks a bit different than I believe, at least.
Do I detect magic?
Yes.
What kind?
Magic.
Evocation and illusion.
Evocation and illusion are on that creepy demon's head.
Technically, it's a bas-relief on the floor. It's not a statue
Oh,
jutting
it's
out
a
of the...
relief. Okay.
I see. Okay. I'm gonna go to the other side of that. Can I make out what's on the plaque? That's still
You'll have to be in front of it.
20 feet. Yeah. The odds that the plaque says I prepared explosive runes. I'm gonna shimmy over the plaque.
Oh, it's the best book ever. The Trickster's 100 Jokes. Joke 1, Explosive Runes.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Explosive rune. Explosive rune.
I remember you guys are trying to break down the gates
Oh,
of
yes.
that.
There is
encampment.
a paragraph written in common.
How convenient.
Is it familiar as if it was Asimazarac second? Yeah!
The ring is a path to another tomb. The dead abhor sunlight. Only a jewel can tame the frog. Bow as the dead god intoned. Into darkness descend.
Ring is a path to another tomb. Or sunlight. Okay.
Oh.
That's we didn't know anything about Asarak, right? We rolled and we're like, we can't make it out.
No, you know he was the person who, maybe not personally, but was mentioned by Ross Nasi, or at least Cesarac. What was his name? Zezrak? The one you left in charge who betrayed Ross Nasi, as being the one who told Ross Nasi he was going to essentially take this area and make it his own far in the past. What? That, and where do you wish to go? Is everyone thinking, or did I just kind of lag out?
I'm thinking.
Okay, just making sure. It was very silent.
So what do I see down this hallway?
You see a room ahead of you, generating bright light.
Okay.
You haven't been anywhere in this area before?
No. I mentioned this earlier, Zyga, that we hadn't gone down these stairs. Pay attention. All right. I'll venture over down here. Do I just see the stairs going down? Or is this a door I see, or
That is a door.
do I detect magic on the door?
No.
Is it ornate? Have anything written on it?
This is kind of getting into a... Okay. Okay, I see. You hear from where you are guttural moaning coming from the door, and there are 3 oval holes carved into a 9-foot wide, 9-foot high stone door at human head height. This is a silly one.
So that's coming from this door?
Yes.
And you said 3 ovals?
3 oval holes at human head height.
Are they as big as a head?
Yes.
I can't fit in there. I need a step ladder.
Yes, you do.
So would Abdul, I guess.
So can I do a knowledge on the sound? Like, does it sound like zombies or?
You fought them before. It sounds like zombies.
Okay. The dead abhor sunlight. Maybe. Not that we have any way to manipulate the light from that room, unless everyone's brought mirrors.
Sorry,
We got
just any mirror won't do. You need to explore further and find the mirror shield, and then open up the holes in the
yes,
roof
of
to
course.
drop down the beams of sun.
I'll usually
Oh,
do that with
wait,
light
of course.
arrows.
Wrong game.
How could I be so naive? I mean, Kia Hut. Another grunts and yells. Anyways,
We all understand the joke.
I do
Yes.
have a daylight spell.
that's true. You want to try that on the door?
Okay.
Everyone gather up just in case.
Right. Let's see. 50 feet. An hour, no concentration.
When you get
Okay.
to there, out of the holes, 3 zombies will stick their heads out and kind of start gnashing at you.
Yes, yes.
What's that noise? Is that what zombies make in your universe?
Zombie
Blah,
Chewbacca.
blah, blah, blah.
I said booga booga booga.
Oh.
It didn't
Ooh,
really
somebody
translate through
help
very
me.
well.
Yeah.
But yes, 3 humanoid heads stick out of the holes, each covered in putrid flesh and gnashing on an iron bit bolted to a chain bridle.
Oh wow. So they're like, are they restrained to the wall?
You can't tell. It's if they were restrained to something, it would be on the other side of the door.
They're chomping at a bit, and they're trying to pushing, and their heads are just sticking out of the ovals.
Yes, so you could do stuff to them. Target them.
Ooh. Stuff you say.
I still think sunlight will help us in some manner here. But, I mean, that's just me. Because I know it costs you a spell, so.
Cost me a 3rd level spell. It's not exactly.
Obviously, this area wants you to play whack-a-mole.
no.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that sarcastic. Oh no, Vormash. Yeah. All right. I'll throw a sphere of daylight right in front of the door.
They kind of turn their heads as bright light and stabs into their eyes, but they don't do anything extra. They still gnash and moan.
I'll step away from the door.
You kind of retreat to a neutral position, but you don't hear any more movement besides the zombie moaning.
Well, I mean, I have this thing for an hour.
Can it move?
Uh,
Because I was about to suggest. Okay, if it can move, try and get it through one of the
shove
head
the
holes, I
light
guess.
through the door.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They're turning away just from it standing there. Maybe they'll run away from it.
Well, no, it was more they like turn their heads a bit, and then when you went
Yeah,
away, they
they're
just kind
burning
of
their eyes.
yeah.
I'll shove the light orb through there.
The issue is it lasts an hour, but you can't move it unless you targeted an object. You would know that.
Here's bright. Oh yes.
So you can either target a point and it'll stay there for an hour, or you can target an item and you'll generate daylight from
I
that
see.
object for an hour.
Oh, so either target the door or have a ball, I guess, in one of the head holes.
No, I've already casted it in front of the door. It's fine. I'll just keep
Okay.
it there.
Do we want to go down the hallway then, I guess? See if maybe there's another way around? Or do we want to try lifting, or sorry, not lifting. How is it? Is it like a regular door or?
It looks extremely heavy. Like it would
Right,
take
but I mean,
quite a
like,
bit
is
of
it
strength.
a gate that opens up?
No,
or
you
is
have to
it-
lift it up.
Okay, yeah. So either, I mean, me and Vormash might be able to lift it, but there are zombies right there at the door, and I think even if me and Vormash open it up, we're gonna be attacked by zombies, and I'd rather not have that happen. Because then the door might just fall on our heads.
Can I retroactively choose to shine daylight on top of Abdul's head because that was a bright idea?
Ah.
All right. I'll.
Anyways, what all are you going to do?
I say
We're
we
not gonna
investigate
try to
that
lift open
hallway.
the
I
door.
guess.
There's 2 more hallways.
Yeah,
One of
So
them-
we can see, or can we see through the holes of the?
there's zombie heads poking out of them.
Whenever you get close, yes, zombie heads
I mean,
stick out.
Obviously, we could just kill the zombies. You had a bow or throw spells. They can't-
Honestly, yeah, I would say like if you
they
guys
can't
chose,
reach
you can
us.
just kind of say
Oh.
you kill them if you want.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, we could do that and then try to lift the door, but I mean, then there's still whatever else might be.
The
on
question
other
is,
side.
why would you design a door that has 3 heads for zombies to poke themselves out of?
Well, not to
that-
mention you said they were bridled, right? So they got like,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, and they were chomping
So-
on bits.
I'm sure that they're part of some mechanism.
This is a silly one. In fact, roll a religion.
Okay.
13.
You know that.
Fine.
Hey.
Okay, with a 20. You recall a piece of information that was told to you once far in the past that a cleric boasting about his abilities claimed that he could make the normally unfeared undead run in fright through his divine prowess.
You turn-
Oh, I see.
It's a very silly one.
Oh, I get it. You turn the
Turn
undead, it's
undead.
gonna lift the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A very silly one.
Why would you ever want to? Who would design a door that requires you to turn undead unless you're a
Traps.
cleric? Guess.
All right. So they
Felix
turn
is in
the
this
other way.
dungeon.
But so how do we do it?
Good question.
You don't have a holy symbol, do you, Paladin?
As a matter of fact, I do, but I can't turn on death.
Yeah, no. I'm just a druid. I don't know these things.
Except you did.
Yeah. I'm gonna grab his holy symbol and go, look at it!
Look at it!
I don't
You
even know what god
see.
this is. Alright, what was down this hallway?
I am holy.
It was
and I
some
am
type of
proud.
nice looking room.
That sounds wonderful.
Oh. There is a sarcophagus down that way.
Yes.
There's also a cross section.
Hmm.
I'm going to take a step.
Thing happens.
I'm going to approach the intersection. I
Okay,
see
this
something.
this is where it gets kind of weird, and you're gonna have to turn on your imaginations to overdrive for this one. At a four-way intersection, the corridors to north and south curve upwards and out of sight, but with
Oh,
no
like
rails
Inception.
or steps to allow them to be climbed. The corpse of a half-human, half-goat creature in robes sprawls 10 feet to the north. It grips a staff tipped with a bronze goat's head.
Huh.
Nothing to the south?
Nothing you can see.
I
It
guess I
curves
should-
up and out of
there we go.
sight.
Okay. So it's like rounded, right? It's
Yes.
like a ramp.
Think of it like a ramp, and it goes up and out of sight, and his body is stuck to the wall 90 degrees up.
Oh, it's like... It looks like it'd be hanging then, but it's stuck
Yes.
to the wall. And it... Okay. I see. And the staff, is it like protruding outward?
No, it's stuck on the ground.
Okay, so it's
So-
reposed as he is.
Yes.
Or as it was.
So stuck on the wall, upright like you would be if it's like at the top of a triangle. But if you were to think of it as flat on the wall, I guess is the way to put it.
13 on medicine to try to determine cause of death.
From here you can kind of see some holes in his robes, but you can't tell without getting near him.
Do I know anything about goat races?
You do not. You haven't heard of any like that, besides were-goats. You're compelled to eat cans every full moon.
And to the sarcophagus, is there more glass here? Or?
No. That's just kind of... It's where it starts looking fancy.
How far is the corpse? Literally? Like, how far would I have to walk up?
Just like normal, like 15 feet.
Okay. I'm going to try to just normally walk up.
You start walking up the wall. as though something were keeping you adhered to it. But for you, it seems as though the room is shifting. You're always
Right.
on the bottom plane.
Right. My feet are planted on the wall. Or on the
Yes.
floor, as it would be. Okay, now that I'm closer, I'm going to perceive this body.
Sure.
21.
You can notice there seems to be something in his robes, and you can see that there are both gashes and small holes in his robes, as though he were slashed and shot.
Ooh. How old is this body? Is it decomposing or?
No, it's fairly recent.
Okay. I'm gonna grab one of its feet and try to drag it with me.
No, you'd have to be a bit closer for that, but
Oh yes.
you can do so. You drag him back down.
I'll say, hey, fellas, look at here.
Hmm.
Thing.
I found a body.
Go. Do I detect magic?
The staff detects his magic, which is still back there. As it was
Yeah,
not in
the
his
staff's
hand.
still. I'll
Okay.
point up and I'll say, I got.
I'll
it
go over to
there.
the staff and I'll ask the voice in my head if this
Just-
resembles one of its
I'm
friends.
sorry. Is he asking something? Is he talking to himself?
No, I'm thinking. It's in my thoughts. I'm not speaking out to it.
Is
None
that
of
a
us were
friend or
goats. I wouldn't grab that if I were you.
Why is that? What
I don't know.
magic do I detect on the staff?
Is that a friend
It
of
doesn't work
yours?
like that. You just detect it as a as
Okay.
magic.
Magical item.
You do
I'm
detect
gonna-
transmutation during the corridor or through the corridor. You wonder
gonna-
what that is.
I'm going
right?
to rifle through the robes and see if there's
Okay,
anything in there.
you find a book.
Language.
Common.
Anything on the cover?
It just seems to be a journal. And
Bashir.
Yeah.
Hey, Devlin. Hey, we found Devlin, guys. Well, now I made this
Right.
swan horn for nothing. Phylactery. Serax phylactery? Maybe?
Starfall.
Wait, you cut off there, so I thought you said Xerax phylactery.
a Sararek.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense, and I was wondering why our barbarian friend was
The
also a lich.
Starfallen. Is there anything we
The
can roll about
Starfallen,
the
and
Starfallen?
I'll lift up the lantern. This is the. Wait,
Oh.
is that? Yeah.
They'll confirm. Yes, they call me the Starfallen.
All right, the lantern. I have no idea where you found that thing or what it
Wait.
does.
A doppelganger?
What? No.
Read.
Oh,
Especially with the doppelganger in our midst.
These things
I
strike
didn't read
fear
far
into a
enough.
goat man's heart.
Have my staff. I'm sure Brixton would have seen some humor. Lord Brixton was the person who said, wrote the other note. Final secret always leads to your doom. Time or save us all. Devlin Bashir.
Do I know anything of this Acerac?
No.
Acerac?
None of your knowledges would be able to.
Anything else
but
written in the
well,
journal?
I know
That's
we
it.
all made attempts, but he hasn't yet. I don't know. If
I'm
gonna-
telling you. No,
Gotcha.
no
Okay,
knowledge
that's what I
you
thought.
got would be able to.
I'm going to
Uh-huh.
walk back up north and grab the staff.
His riddles may help you, but in the end, his
Okay.
final secret always.
You know it's magical.
Also, thinking that this is a member of the Yellow Banner, this person was not immediately. Oh wait, hold on. He shouldn't have had any weapons.
The weapon is a doppelganger.
Well, remember, we also had that other piece of advice.
Oh,
Beware.
wait. Let me ask the Starfallen about the staff.
They do not recognize it.
All right.
That had a
You
goat head.
remember Devlin?
It was bronze.
I'll ask the Starfallen if it remembers Devlin.
He was one of the men.
Human men?
Yes.
Okay. Looking at the goat man with Devlin's journal and a staff with a goat head, I'm gonna put two together, and
What
maybe
does two
one has
together become?
Ooh.
they become a staff
Zero.
that possibly turns someone into Goatman.
Well, druids are immune to
Goatmon.
polymorph.
Let me get VJ in here.
While they're discussing that, I'm going to go back to this plaque because I'm curious if these are the riddles it's speaking of.
Yeah, shape changer automatically succeeds on the throws. Okay, if it tries to polymorph me, I can't be polymorphed. So I'm gonna try to grab it.
I thought you said you already did, but
Alright,
nothing happens.
Okay. Okay, goat staff. I'll I'll walk back down. Say, hey guys, goat staff.
Neat, goat staff.
I'll keep it in my person for now, I guess.
Sure.
I will walk south now.
Sure. Nothing
And
seems
It's a ring.
Yes.
As I move up the wall, do the points meet?
They do at the top.
Okay.
It's a full ring.
Okay, so now I'm like
You can't see
upside-
each other, by the way. Think of it as like a donut. There's
Oh,
stone in
there's
the
like
way.
concrete in the
Gotcha.
way.
Yes.
Okay. While I'm up there, I will perceive, see if there's any kind of seams or hidden doors.
How
that might be
far are
back.
you going up, if I ask?
Let me go up. I'll go 15 feet.
Okay, so just
Same distance as the body,
Okay,
but
go
the
ahead.
other way around. 13.
13, you don't notice anything. No secret doors or anything.
I guess I'll continue. I'll go another 15 feet.
Okay, so that would be to the, would that be very top or right before the very
30
top?
total, I think, would be right before the very top.
Okay.
Well, I will go completely. I'll go first, not full circle, but I'll go to the top.
You get to the top, nothing happens.
Anything up there?
We ain't found shit.
Neither of you hear each other.
Oh,
Okay.
I'll just, after hearing nothing, I'll shrug.
I guess I'll continue walking forward.
All right. When you get, how far forward, let me ask?
Let's go 15 feet again.
Okay. You see the corridor beneath you down here, but none of them are around.
Hey,
Eh,
we're in a void!
Even the body's gone, right? Because we
Yes.
dragged the body down. I'm going to turn around and walk back up south, or the way I came, and try to reach back to the bottom.
Okay. When you come back, you see them again.
I'll say
Underneath you.
there's something strange. I could have sworn I walked the distance to make the entire loop, but when I got to near the junction, you were all gone.
That's strange. Was there any difference with the end of the hallway?
I didn't go as far. As soon as I saw that you weren't at the junction, I didn't want to press it further.
Smart.
Why don't we all try to go together?
Yeah, before that, anything, now that I have a closer look of the room, do I see anything suspicious? Do I detect magic in the room?
You detect illusion magic.
Hmm. Okay.
Hear me out. If this is supposed to be a parallel room, perhaps when we walk into this junction, we'll find this room once more, but in a different state.
Yeah, no, that's true. Let's at the very least poke around the corner, take a look. So I'll follow him through the ring.
Okay.
Okay,
So
well,
we'll
when
walk
you
south
follow it
again.
through, when you cross over the top, you'll hear a voice coming from your lantern saying, you seem to have left our reality. You're in some type of alternate plane.
Well, that's
Thank
rather
you.
strange.
Thank you, shining light of guidance.
I would not recommend staying long, as this is where wizards have full power.
Hmm.
Is our new friend getting buffer as we're going?
No.
Slowly.
Is the muscles wizard? Is he becoming muscles wizard?
Okay.
Perhaps
so
what I
guess
mean
we'll
to
end
say
up
is
here, right?
something created this demi-plane for some reason. I would not stay long.
Right.
Hmm.
So we're, I guess, here now because we've rounded the
Sure.
rounded the reality.
Everything looks exactly the same.
Even the room.
Yes.
All right. Nothing seems to have changed. I'd advise possibly getting out.
I want to explore the room. Why would you have a trick room? If think about it as like a trap maker, right? First room's got to be the trick. Second room's got to be the real prize. However, if they think we knew that, they would switch the rooms, or the rooms are both traps. Either way, I want to check out this room. I'll approach here.
I'll follow suit.
Okay.
Any descriptions other than the one you've already given us?
Yes, there are 4
Wait.
huge stone gargoyle heads. Their mouths agape protrude from the walls.
I'm sorry.
And-
Hold on. I just had a realization before you go on. Where was that Srx second warning? The ring is a path to another tomb.
The ring being this hallway.
Yeah.
So it could be. We're
It
looking
could
at
be
two
that
different
both
tombs.
tombs have separate things within their sarcophagi.
Yes. I'm sorry to interrupt, though. Please continue.
So I just have to finish something up. There are the 4 stone gargoyle heads at the walls, and there is a plaque you can see made out of wood at the base of the sarcophagus.
I trust wood.
Good for you.
Hello, trusty wood.
It
What wisdom
says
can you
in
impart to me?
common, drown your sorrows.
I like this plank of wood.
Is it wise to listen to what the wood has to say?
We should pour alcohol on it.
It just says drown your sorrows.
Yeah, you drown your sorrows with ale. At least I do.
This seems like it would be a bad idea considering that the...
I'll look at a gargoyle head. What do I? Is there any Is it like one of those mask things I can see through?
It is not. It is completely sealed up. It's just kind of a decoration on the wall.
Where is that?
And the sarcophagus itself, stone?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so it says not to put too much faith into the riddles that this whoever this person is. I have to assume that he's the one who's been putting these riddles in
Idea.
this
There,
area.
I have an idea. So the warning mentions that the undead abhor sunlight. Maybe it wasn't meant to say, well, now that we know it wasn't cast sunlight to turn the undead, maybe if we do plan on opening the sarcophagus,
make it dark.
we should dispel the illusion magic, which is what I'm assuming is the source of the sunlight, as I look up to try and see if there's a hole.
There is not.
Yeah.
Make this undead feel at home.
Mm-hmm. So if we dispel the sunlight, and we can all see in the dark, right?
Yeah. What can you make of drown your sorrows? I don't see any liquid around here.
Can I do a perception to maybe hear something running?
Go ahead.
There you go.
You do not hear any liquid at all.
Okay. It could be a trap. Maybe the gargoyle heads
Is there any way to dispel sunlight? I don't have any way to shroud darkness.
It's magic, so
You might be able to use a dispel. You're not sure.
I don't have access to that kind of magic. That'd be your domain, Mr. Wizard, Mr. Warlock.
no, I don't know it.
Zyga, what do you think?
Well, it's up to Mr. Everburn.
I said Zyga, right?
Oh, I didn't hear that, but I just heard. What do you think?
I'm gonna step to here and look at the carving or the wood plaque.
Sure.
I could try to dispel, but things here seem to have been very well magically warded, so we might be a bit difficult. Nevertheless, if you think that is the best option, we can try it.
I believe so. Most of these warnings pertain to things on the floors themselves, so I'm pretty certain we're going to want to try to dispel this sunlight, since we don't seem to have any other methods of darkness.
If that is the case, I'll try.
You're
So I'll
gonna try and
cast it at
dispel it?
3rd level.
will dispel. There is no more sunlight.
All right. Who wants to open the sarcophagus?
I'll do it.
I'll
I
move
attempt
back.
to open the sarcophagus.
Any reason why you're not in the room with us?
We're in another demi-plane. I don't feel like stepping foot in this room.
Well, it will open up. It is completely empty inside.
Think it's because we're in a demi-plane?
Could be.
I get into the sarcophagus.
Get in the sarcophagus. Wait
This
a bit.
one's for Yeldrin.
And on that disappointing note, I think that's time to end it for the night since it's 9:07.
Oh wow, that was quick.
Yeah, right.
But that'll be it for tonight. We'll continue this on Wednesday, hopefully. Until then, have a good night, everyone.
Good night, stream.
Good night.